Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show, live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. How's everybody doing today? It's good to see all your smiley faces and welcome. We're here to entertain you, inform, and have a good time with our fabulous moments of levity. Because we do a live show here, anything can happen. Our guests come in from all around the world. As we always say when we start the show, they come from Broadway, Hollywood, television, film, music, sports, culinary arts, comedy, inspiration, and so much more. This is kind of like an old school talk show with a modern vibe. I'm your host, Jim Masters. A pleasure. We've done about 600 plus episodes of this series. I work in television and radio professionally, and that's how we started this series, and also to inspire and inform and entertain all of you. Thank you so very much, gang. You've been really, really rock stars, spreading the word on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook about our series right here, the Jim Masters Show Live. We really appreciate that. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Jim Masters TV. I encourage and welcome you to follow and like and all the rest. You know, I like you, you like me. Follow you, follow me. Kind of like Phil Collins sang with Genesis. And, you know, it's really, really cool when we have an opportunity to connect like this, because we always have these great shows. And we've got an amazing guest who's coming in right now from Los Angeles, California. Matter of fact, for the football season, she was just in Las Vegas. Now she's in LA, and she's starring in this really exciting new Hulu movie. That's right, on the life of Pam Anderson and Tommy Lee, and she's starring in it. Not only is my guest Jennifer Stehlin a fantastic actress and dancer, she is an NFL cheerleader, Hulu star, and ESPN host and correspondent as well. That's right. We're very excited to welcome her to the show. Also, thanks, gang. I see a lot of cool comments coming in from our lovities. You can comment live for those of you that are commenting live. If you'd like to comment live, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's open for subscribers to be able to comment. It's a little exclusive, you know, that we give you for those of you who have taken the extra step and subscribed to our YouTube channel. There's no cost to do that. You just hit that red button that you see pop up all the time. It's right on our YouTube channel. It looks like that. You click that, you subscribe, no cost. Click the notification bell so you never miss any of our episodes. This is a special episode today. And there, you're in. You'll be notified all the time when we do all these great shows, which we do live just about 7 days a week. And while you're there, one more thing, don't forget to click like and give us a thumbs up on the YouTube channel. You'll see a little thumbs up icon on the YouTube channel next to this episode, this video. Be sure and click that as well. That helps us know you're enjoying these episodes. It also lets YouTube know that you are, and they'll take these episodes and blast them out to the rest of the world, which I think is really, really cool. Leave a comment too for us if you don't get a chance to do it in chat and you'd like to leave a comment on the actual YouTube channel. You can do it right under this video, this episode, and all the videos and episodes that you enjoy of our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Again, Jennifer is here. Thanks, gang, for all the great comments. I see a lot of comments there waiting for us. We're going to scroll through those. And don't forget, while you're there, if you want to have your comment highlighted, we do have super chat, super emojis, super stickers that you can do that help support our series too. That allows us to highlight your actual live comment and then bring it to the forefront with special colors, and you're a rock star. And some of you have done that after the show airs. There's a little icon that is called thanks. It's a little heart that says thanks, where you're actually thanking us for doing the series and supporting what we're doing here with our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. We thank you and you and you who have been doing that as well. And that's open to everybody. So as I said, my very special guest, Jennifer, is here, and we're really, really excited to have her here because this is exciting news. She was born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida, and danced her way through preschool and high school graduation. Her passion for and dedication to the world of dance are the foundation of her career today. And while earning a degree in broadcast communications at the University of Florida, Jennifer balanced academics and a demanding schedule as a Division I cheerleader. It didn't take long for ESPN Gainesville to offer Jennifer a sports reporter spot on their roster. And she has also done on-camera hosting and reporting for Fangirl Sports Network, Pop Hearts TV, and other outlets. And for multiple seasons, Jennifer starred in the FX Network promo spots for Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story. Her other TV credits include Valley Junk TV and Posers as well. Jennifer stars alongside an all-star cast in Hulu's highly anticipated limited series, Pam and Tommy. This dark comedy depicts the marriage of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee and the release of their infamous unauthorized sex tape that was filmed privately on their wedding night, making pop culture history, turned the couple into global mega superstars overnight. Their close circle of family and friends, with Jennifer as Pam's best friend, join the roller coaster ride. That's actually premiering on February 2nd on Hulu. Yes. Off screen, Jennifer is a Las Vegas-based NFL cheerleader, fitness instructor, and on-camera spokesmodel as well. And we were just comparing notes. We were talking about how, busy I am working in television, radio station, film, and how busy she is too. And, when you're in these industries, you do have to do a lot of stuff and, keep out there and keep grinding and just do it all. And she does that as well. And we've been comparing notes, and it's really cool. So with all of that said, now you know the backstory, gang. Why don't you put your hands together and join me in welcoming live and direct from Los Angeles, California, from Tinseltown, our very special guest, Jennifer Stehlin. Hey, Jennifer, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hello, hello. I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic, fantastic. I like that welcome. That's sort of like a cheerleader welcome, isn't it? Hey, here we are.
I got the spirit fingers going on just for you guys.
This is really cool, really exciting. We're going to talk in a minute about this new Hulu film, which you are a breakout star in, which is really, really exciting. I just want to know, for our audience, we got a lot of comments, like over 60 comments here. Thanks, gang. We love them. I was mentioning to Jennifer, our viewers are called the JMS Lovities, because I said the show has a lot of light, love, and levity about a year or so ago. And I said it too fast. And when I said it, I came out with the word levity, and the rest is history. So you're now a levity, my friend. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I love it. I'm down for it.
Awesome. You're also a Hulu star, which is exciting too. We'll talk about that in just a second. But over, this crazy time, the 2 years of nuttiness that we've all been experiencing, how have you been? Obviously, during it, you've been finding ways to stay busy and creative, right?
Absolutely. The pandemic was definitely something that was unimaginable and never thought. I embraced my pandemic by working out twice a day, every day in my living room, because I had no clue what to do. However, to actually stay creative, I was quarantining with my mom, and she is a culinary and a chef teacher. And so she's a culinary teacher and a chef. Let me just
Wow.
rephrase that.
I like that.
Um,
Yeah.
and I love cooking. That's how me and my mom grew up.
Ooh. What's
She's
the
always cooking.
specialties?
Oh, I mean, my mom is Southern, so it's all like, I don't know if people have heard of chicken and dumplings, but
Absolutely.
she makes incredible chicken and dumplings that
Oh
I
my
just
God.
absolutely love and crave all the single time.
Now, why
And
are we not doing this show over at her house, having that? We're going to have
oh,
to do, when you come back, that's what we're going to do. Because chicken and dumplings,
absolutely.
I'm in.
Oh, yes, and she makes homemade biscuits and, like, the
Oh,
whole
good
9 yards.
comfort food. Yes.
Yes,
I love
and
it.
so, that was something that I was like, "You know what? We're stuck at home, we're stuck together," and I was like, "Let's start a cooking show." So we actually did a couple videos on YouTube, and it was great because I was able to explain production to my mom and show
Yes.
her. We wrote out a shot lead, like a shot list, we planned
Yeah,
the
shot sheet,
recipe.
right?
A shot sheet, yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she would call it, because she's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Mom,
Yeah,
it's a shot
that's
list.
it. Yeah.
A shot sheet works just as well," you know? Um, but yeah, so it was actually really fun, and I'm just glad that we have those memories together because we are 2 peas in a pod. We were just out there laughing, cooking, and she was like, "This takes forever filming." I'm like, "Yes, mom," because
It
we have to get close-up
does.
shots, we had to do
Yes.
intros, we had to do the outros, and then
Yes.
I would just, edit it, and she was like, "This takes a long time," and I
It
was like,
does.
"Yes, mom, I know," but it was honestly just something for us to pass the time that we were able to do creatively, and it was so fun. It was honestly a great way for us to bond, so I'm thankful that that's was, a positive thing that came out of quarantine.
Isn't that cool? Isn't that wonderful? I mean, that's really great to come up with something like that and spending time with your mother and that's quality time that you can't even really technically script because it just happens and I'm sure it's a lot of fun and I know what you mean because I've done a lot of commercials too, and we've done in New York for this television and appliance chain called PC Richard and Son. They're very big in the Northeast, and I think they go all the way down to Philadelphia too. And we've been on shoots 12 hours just for a 30-second commercial because they want to move all the appliances around and get this
Hmm.
shot, and they'll have us do the same lines multiple times. But okay, we're going to have you guys stand now in front of the washers and dryers. Now we'll have you stand in front of the television sets. Now we want you over by the computers, but say the same lines because they're not sure yet what they want to use in edit. So they do multiple, and multiple different angles and shots. And then if it's outdoors, you're up against the sun setting. So you got to get
Hmm.
everything in quick.
Facing the
And
sun.
yes. So a 30-second commercial can take a long time. Then if you start getting into scripted television, it's a whole other beast. How did you get started? Growing up in Florida, and we were just in Florida, not that well over the Christmas holiday, and I was swimming
Oh,
in the warm, sunny Atlantic, and
oh,
and then
gorgeous,
now we're back
gorgeous.
here in the Northeast, in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, along the southern New England coast between New York and Boston, and it's 33 degrees.
Ah, I believe it's like 70 degrees outside in Los Angeles right now. This is my Miami inspired outfit because I feel like it's summertime even though it's
It's
not.
really nice. It's really, really cool. So, dancing for you, Jennifer, really was the beginning. That's the thing that really you grasped hold of early. Tell us about that. How young, how early did you really start having a passion for the arts and for expression and for dancing that, of course, led into acting and everything else? It's cool.
Yeah, so I started dancing when I was about 3 years old, and then, I kept dancing and dancing. I did play competitive soccer for, like, a year, and
Did you
then
really?
I did,
Cool.
'cause it's kind of very interesting. I grew up a tomboy. I loved playing outside, I loved climbing trees, I loved to getting dirty, playing wall ball with the
Yeah.
boys 'cause I have an
Yeah.
older brother, so I think at a
W-
young age, I was exposed to that, going to the baseball park, um,
Were you an
and I
ocean
think
person growing up in Florida?
absolutely
Yeah,
1000%.
me
I
too.
I
I
am
love
totally a water baby. If I
me
see
too.
water, I'm, like, jumping in. Right
Yes.
now, I'm like, "Forget the hair extensions,
Yeah,
I
just
don't care. I'm getting in the ocean." Like, I'm trying to just, body surf,
yeah.
do the whole thing.
Yes, that's right. Body surf, boogie board, sail,
Oh,
swim,
yeah.
float. I'm very, very big with the ocean. I grew up in the New York area out east on Long Island, which is surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean on the south and the Long Island Sound on the north. And we're just a couple blocks from the ocean right here, literally. And the ocean I think when you grow up on a coast and you're near the ocean, there's just something really zen about it, very calming, very
Yes,
peaceful, but at the
yes.
same time, very exhilarating. And it really calls your name. It calls out to you to come and have some time and spend some time with me, right?
Oh my gosh, whenever I need a reset, I am like, "I need an ocean right
Yes,
now."
right.
Even if it's cold, I'll still get my feet wet, but I'm like, "I just
Yes.
need to feel it." I know exactly what you mean, where I love the ocean.
So when you were in Vegas, you weren't really near an ocean, but just dreaming of it.
Felt like fish out of water. I was like,
Yes.
"I think I'm drowning a little bit out here."
Yeah.
It is very dry and very
Yes.
brown. That's something is I
Very
didn't
brown.
realize
Yeah.
is I was like, "Where's my grass? Where are my palm trees at?
Yeah.
I need the ocean. I need water."
Exactly. So the ocean near and dear to your heart growing up in Florida, and then how did the dancing start to take hold for you, Jennifer?
Yeah, so, grew up dancing, grew up a tomboy, and eventually there was a time in my life, I think I was about, like, 7, where I started dancing competitively, and, we were really close to Orlando, so we'd go and do all of the dance competitions in Orlando, and those would take up all the time on the weekends, and, my soccer coach was like, "Okay, Jennifer, you have to make a choice. you're either going to dance and go do your dance competitions, or I need you to dedicate yourself to this team and be here for all the games. And so I eventually chose dance. All my friends were doing it. I just loved it more. I loved dancing. And so that's really when I chose dance. I stuck with it. I started dancing competitively. And then even it led me to going to a performing arts middle school for dance that you had to audition for. And even then, I was probably dancing like 6 hours a day, which is kind of crazy to me to think that in sixth grade, dance was a class for me. Like I would go to tap class, at school. Um, and really that was incredible. I eventually did get burnout because after dancing at school and then having after school practices and then going to the dance studio and dancing even more.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like one of those things where like when you start competing and you're just in dance after dance after dance and the practices are, it's a team effort. So no
Yes.
one's going home until we get it right. And when you're dependent upon other people, that sometimes takes a little longer versus if it was just
Yes.
you doing a solo. So I did get burnout, but that's actually how I transitioned into cheerleading. I realized that I was never going to be a prima ballerina. I am 5'1", and back then, you had to be at least like 5'6" with long legs, and I was like, I can accept that that is not the career I want. But also, I kind of already knew I was in my first commercial when I was 13.
Cool. What was that
Um,
for? Do you remember?
it was the promo for Gossip Girl.
Oh,
And,
wow. Wow.
this was when, Blake Lively had just come off the, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and all of that, and so, like, meeting her, I was just like, "I wanna be an actress." She was so cool, so nice, and just, like I got to hang out with the entire cast. This was also when I was reading the books currently at the time as I was on set, and so it was
Wow.
when the whole trend I was, like, living in a fairy tale,
Yes.
and, so when I was 13, I was like, "I know I wanna be an actress." Like, just seeing it firsthand, you're like, "This is what I wanna do. I
Yeah.
really love this." I loved being on set. I just the whole
The
experience of
bug
it.
bit you.
The bug
The
bit me,
bug bit
and,
you.
so yeah, that was kind of like, being able to say, like, I knew I wasn't gonna be a prima ballerina. It's also because I knew I wanted to be an actress.
So when you were had that exposure to Gossip Girl, that series, the bug bit you there too, and you're like, "I kinda like this. I like what I'm seeing, what I'm witnessing." One of my friends, David Gear, who's a fantastic actor, prolific film producer, he's coming on our show in February, and he played Frank Meltzer on Gossip Girl.
Oh, no way. That is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, and he's coming on. He's a great friend, lives maybe 20 minutes from me here. And it's a small world. You've realized, I'm sure, that it's an
Yes.
incredibly small world, isn't it? We end up knowing
Yes.
all the same people,
Oh god, yeah.
you know?
So,
So that's cool. So then the bug bit you for performance. And tell
mhm.
us more. Take us through like some of the early things that happened for you that really got the ball rolling for you and for your career, Jennifer.
Yeah, so, it really started when I was 13, and that's, when I knew I wanted to be an actress. That was like it was a very I just remember it being, like, a very pivotal moment in my life where I was like, "This is something I know I'm gonna do." It's very unexpected, and it was just, like, different, but I always knew that if I just, like, believed in myself that I could do it, and so when I went back home, that's when I was like I knew I, wasn't going to be, well, weird to circle back and say at the time I knew I wasn't going to be a professional dancer then. So I decided to reroute and I actually left the performing arts middle school and made the decision to go to a different school in the eighth grade. That would be a feeder school to basically go to a number four school. But so the school was number four in the nation for academics at the time when I was there. But my
Hmm.
older brother and sister had been to this high school, and I knew that was where I could go and cheer. My brother, had gotten he is it goes down to our whole family. We love to do a ton of different things.
Yeah.
But my brother was like baseball captain, and then he's also like, the lead in the musical. And so my family really set this standard because I'm the youngest, like growing up, that like you can do one career, but you can also do another. And so I
Yes.
realized that's where like a lot of this stems from. And so seeing that, I was like, oh, great. I can go to this high school. I can be a cheerleader and I can be a lead in the musical. And I can just put my hands in a lot of different categories and
Yeah.
extracurriculars and really explore those. And so even when I went to this middle school, it was incredible. They had a full on newsroom that no
Mhm.
one was using.
They
And
weren't using it right.
I,
You
big
said,
personality, no fear, walked into the principal's office and said, I'm going to be your lead anchor on the news show. I need a teacher to run this because we got to get it
"There's
going.
no way. We gotta dust this place off and get it
Yeah, it
going."
had a
Yes.
green screen, like,
Yeah, wow.
we did,
That's,
like, the weather, we did all of these things, and I was like, "There's a desk." We had 2 cameras, which, like, in a middle school is very rare to
that's
find.
advanced, yeah.
So, I was like, "Oh, no." And then I also was like, "We need a cheer team, we need to start that back up again," and I went home, and my mom was like, I'll never forget, I was like, "Mom, I need a cheer coach. It's gonna be you. I'm gonna lead the cheer team. We're gonna have one of those." And before we even started the news show, I was like, "Okay, well then I'm just gonna get on like the school like announce and make announcements over the intercom."
Oh,
And
yeah, like a
so
PA announcer type thing, yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Because then I was like, "Well, we're gonna have morning and afternoon news." Honestly, I think I was just trying to get my way out of math class. I do not like math at
Yeah.
all,
No,
but
yeah.
I love what I do. So I was like, actually, I need to leave math 20 minutes early. I have to go to the news. Sorry.
Gotta go to the newsroom.
I gotta do the news.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of like it all started very, very early. And then I think another pivotal moment, my uncle is an executive producer. And he brought me on the promos for American Horror Story when I was 15. We
So
flew out to LA.
was he work with, FX, or does he have his own production
He
company, or
has his own production company.
fantastic.
Um, and he's works both coasts, so New York, LA. And he was like, Jennifer, I'm going to LA to work on American Horror Stories. Do you want to come with me? And it was my summer break. And I said, of course, absolutely.
Yes, yes, road
Um,
trip, yeah.
yes. And so he's the reason he actually lived in New York.
Mhm.
Excuse me, he lived in LA when I was younger, and I would go visit him. And that's where I like fell in love with like the Hollywood Hills and
Yes.
even like West Hollywood and just the whole vibe of Los Angeles. So I
Mhm.
always knew. I tried really hard to go to college out here,
Mm.
but I actually got so much academic scholarship that I would go to school without any debt and
Good
with like
idea.
Florida prepaid and bright futures. My parents were like, we want to support you, but paying out of state tuition right now is very pricey.
Yes.
Um, which makes sense, you know, and like even as I'm older, I'm very thankful for the route that I went and the choices that I made because I definitely created opportunities for me to get on camera experience that have also helped me in multiple different career levels out here, which I think are important because you can always grow and learn and evolve. But there are definitely some, like being a news anchor, there are definitely some core roots you need to learn before you can
Yes, the
just hop
journalistic
on
road,
into it.
right, exactly, the journalistic side,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, so you enjoyed it. I did a lot of news anchoring and reporting, radio and television, and it's, every day is something different, right? It's kind of exciting.
Yes, it is. It is exciting, but how I actually got into sports is I realized how sad it was. There were just so many terrible things,
Mm,
and
mhm,
getting on the phone with the
mhm.
mom after a double homicide, I
That's difficult.
cannot do.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
and
Chasing the ambulances, like, that used to be a slogan, ambulance chasing, and,
exactly,
or
and
asking, you've just lost your child, how do you feel? It's like,
right.
yeah, you're
I
much more you're similar to me, you're much more of a personality. Not that you
Yes,
can't do it or, wouldn't do as it comes along, but
right.
you're much more of a personality, and if you take that stuff to heart,
Oh
it
my
can
god.
be difficult, and you probably started to, right?
Oh, absolutely. I just take all of that in, and I was like, "This is not something
That
I
you can
can do."
do very well, right?
And so I actually like went to my news director, and that's when I was like, I need to go to sports. I love sports. Like, I mean, I grew up with an older brother. He played every single sport. We always had to go to all of his games. So I'm very passionate about football and baseball. And so I was like, you know what? I love sports. I'm also fascinated with being the mindset of a D1 athlete and what you have to do. You're basically being a professional athlete, but then you're in school and you have grades and you have exams. And that's also something that even I went through personally as the D1 cheerleader is they treated us like athletes. We had, 4-hour practices. We had, workouts in the gym with
Yeah.
trainers
Oh,
twice
yeah.
a week. And then,
Mhm.
you know, it's was wild to me that, I mean, I signed up for it, so it's not that wild, but I knew what I was getting into. But I eventually realized that I was giving up Saturdays to be on the field because I had a job to do. I had to entertain those fans. I had to get them hype. Like that was my job.
Yes.
Um, and so that's really when I was like, I need to go into sports because I love it a lot more. It's something I'm really passionate about, something I can talk about. And so, yeah, I was like, after that whole experience on the news side of things, I was like, mm, being a news anchor is not in the career for me, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
and you found another niche, right, exactly. Me,
Yes.
it's, have done news, a lot of reporting, like I was saying, and anchoring, but, did some substitute weather forecasting for AccuWeather for a
Ah,
television station, did some sports as well, was, filling in, doing Boston Celtics halftime,
oh,
coverage for a
fun.
couple of the stations, but the personality side of things, hosting and that type
Yes.
of thing is something that I've done for a long time, but it's just something that allows me to express who I am. And, like you've done a lot of acting. I've had opportunities to do acting as well. And people will say, well, what's your favorite role? And I'll say, you know what, my favorite role so far that I've ever played, the role of Jim Masters. Me,
Yep.
me being me is actually my favorite role. I mean, you do all these other things, but I enjoy the role of being me. And I'm sure you're the same way, right? Even though you're taking on all these other things, you like these opportunities where you're able to get out there and there we go, right there, and express
Yep.
yourself and do your thing, right?
Absolutely. That picture is actually one of my favorites because after that, I was like, "You guys don't have an in-arena host." And so, I basically went in and pitched them to let me be the in-arena host for,
Mhm.
Gator baseball and Gator gymnastics, which was so fun for me because 'cause I'm a people person. I love talking to people, interviewing them, and then it also combined sports and cheerleading where I'd hype up the fans. We would do so many things. Oh yes, all of that is in there. But yeah, it was great because people love sporting events and playing the games and getting them hyped and being like, we're gonna do a t-shirt toss. People love it when you give them free things. And I was like, I'm so glad I could give you the free things.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, it definitely was very fun. That picture is actually hilarious because they had all booted me out, and I was like, "Oh, no." I was like, "I'm a short little cookie. I'm really gonna get in there." And I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna slide on this little
Just
bench and just
yeah.
get right on in there with my microphone and ask my question."
And get right in. Exactly. And you
I was
do
like
have to be, I was gonna say, did you find, and I know that they talk about it a lot, and fortunately it's changing in a positive direction, but,
Yes.
did you find still a little bit, being a female in that environment, you had to really push through, you had to be tenacious and just to
Oh,
get in there and be taken seriously and to just be welcomed in, which I think, again, we're moving in the right direction for that. But you had to, in order to do it, you had to say, I'm here, kind of like you did with the newsroom, with the news director or the principal. We're going to actually
yes.
create a newsroom. Follow me. Same thing with that. We're going to go
Mhm.
in and I have questions to ask because I have a job to do. Follow me. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So, even with like the sports job for ESPN at Gainesville, I had to go into the sports director and basically everyone knew that he was very tough, very, very strict, very selective. And as you should be, you know, you were giving us, I mean, kids, well, young adults, an opportunity to speak live on the air, to do these reports. And, ideally it was our names, but it came down to him. And he was like, "Why should I let you do this?" And I basically just explained to him, I was like, "I'm passionate about sports. I'm passionate about being on camera. This is something I want to learn, and I'm going to work really hard at it." Like,
Hmm.
obviously, I know right out of the gate I'm not going to be perfect. And I think even the best part about it was that I had to bring it down to a level where I almost was matching um, like dudes being very monotone, very strict, very
Yeah.
serious.
Right.
And then as I kind of got my like okay of approvals, I was able to put my spin on things. And that's where I like
Right.
developed my personality,
Hmm.
which I think was also eye opening to them because a lot of, even the other females, it was all just you had to be very baseline and almost match the dudes. But I'm
Right.
a little stubborn and I also have a little flair and a little feisty. So I was
Exactly.
like, okay,
That's
we'll
that
go down.
personality, right?
We'll meet you down there. And then slowly, as you start to trust me, I'm going to introduce you to a little bit of my style, which will make it a little bit more exciting.
Hmm.
Which was great. Even it also I am just like a people person. I will talk to anybody and if someone is mean to me, I will kill them with kindness. And that's
Yes.
kind of how, you go in there and these dudes are all stuffy, like, who are you? What are
Yeah.
you doing
Yeah.
here? And I
What
was
are you
like,
doing here?
oh hey. I was like, I'm Jennifer, like work for ESPN Gainesville. It's so nice to meet you, like blah blah blah. Like we're just talking. And then I come in, I'll be like, hey John, how's your family? How are your kids? Are they great? Like,
Right.
oh, okay, great. Like, do you mind? I'm just gonna step in front of you. I'm a little shorter, you're
Yeah.
6 foot, I'm 5'1". Let me just stand right here. I won't block your camera view. Your camera can sit on my shoulder. He's like, yeah, totally cool. And I was like, yes, I'm in
Yeah.
here.
You're
Hey, what's
in.
up?
You're in. Exactly. Right. Almost testing you to prove yourself. And then when you
Yeah.
do, the respect follows, which is kind of cool, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that job just definitely taught me that if you're a people person, like people will definitely judge your outer appearance. People knew I was a cheerleader, especially when you walk in and, I had to even uphold the reputation of being on the team. So I had to
Yeah.
look presentable. They also I know how to look to be on camera. So I would walk in with my fake eyelashes done, I would have my makeup on, I would have lipstick. Even just for my radio shifts, I would always dress the part. And that's something that you have to do. I was always prepared because you never know when something could happen. And it
Right.
happened on many shifts where, literally on my 21st birthday, one of the quarterback of our team, you know, tested positive for
Mm,
steroids. And it literally
yeah.
was like a movie. Papers were flying everywhere, all over the
Yeah.
place.
Right.
And,
And that's
it
just
was
your
like,
desk.
yeah. And it was like, get up, go. Like we were running over to the stadium.
Mm,
And so it's like, I
mhm.
was ready to, be on camera for anything. And so that was also
Yeah.
something that they were like, why are you wearing lipstick for a radio shift? And I was like, I'm ready for whatever
Because
needs to be
I am a
possible.
professional. I am a
Exactly.
professional,
So,
right.
it was definitely different. Definitely tough, but
Yeah, yeah.
I loved it, and, I made a lot of great friends who, are still working in sports, and it's just incredible to see how everyone has grown and,
Yes.
I think Erin Andrews set a big shoes to fill because she also went to the University of Florida,
That's right.
and, so yeah, it was cool. It definitely was crazy wild experience, but
Absolutely,
those are only
yes.
my favorite. I only love those.
How did the cheerleading then come into it all too?
Ah,
That's
yes.
using the dance background, right?
Yes, absolutely. So, when I was in high school, I still loved to dance, just I had gotten so burnt out of it.
Yeah.
So then I got into cheering, and all throughout, when I was young, I learned how to tumble because we would tumble in our dances. And so I was like, you know what? Like, when I cheered in high school, I was one of two freshmen to ever make the varsity team.
Hmm.
We would go to a tumble gym twice a week for our practices. And I was like, wow, I really love this. And then I would see them co-ed stunting on the side. And so when that happened, I was like, I want to try that. And I was like, Mom,
Yeah.
can can I try it? And
Yeah.
I love my sweet mother and both of my parents. They were like, "Yes, you can do it." And no matter what, we would always find a way. And so, yep, and there it is now from I love that picture.
That's a
But
great
yeah,
shot, isn't it?
yes. And so,
Those
yeah, after
boots were
that,
made for walking, like
yes,
Nancy
they
Sinatra
were.
sang.
Yes, they are. But yeah, so I then transitioned into co-ed stunting, and the cheerleading story is actually it's one of my favorites because it was I have a lot of pivotal moments in my life,
Yes,
and
absolutely, huh?
it was one of them where I was a senior in high school, and you could try out, for your freshman year. I actually had a really bad strain in my hamstring, and so I
Mm,
was like, "Ugh," I couldn't do everything that was expected to be on the team, and I was like, "Okay, but I just wanna see what this is. I wanna test the waters, see if I actually like it, I wanna meet the coach, I wanna really just figure this out."
yeah.
And so I tried it, I obviously didn't make it, and it's kind of funny because I was Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen, 2012, and so that was my senior
Yes.
year of high school.
Right.
And I was at a pageant, and I met a pageant coach, and she was actually like, "Oh, my son, we're from the same hometown. My son is also trying out for the UF cheer team." And he obviously made it because, there may be 14 to 16 guys, 14 to 16 girls, but it's a lot easier to find girl cheerleaders than it is male cheerleaders.
Right.
So I I started working with him, and I had met him maybe like once or twice a couple times before I went in high school. And after that, I got the bug, and I was like, "You know what? I really want to do this."
Mhm.
And so I got really serious about it and went in my next year, and I was the very last girl to be cut before making the team.
Oh,
It was
boy. Wow. Yeah, huh?
Yeah, it was literally me and another girl, and at the time you can see I had brown hair, and it was another blonde girl, and um, we looked nothing alike. It also, like, and everything that we do in this career looks play a role. But yeah, basically the coach came up to me and was like, "I'm so sorry you didn't make the team."
Mm,
And
yeah,
I was devastated. It
sure,
was
yeah, you're
the
probably
hardest I had ever worked. I was working out with a trainer. I
yeah,
was, doing all the necessary steps. I was stunting, and really just
working really hard.
working really hard. And I'll never forget afterwards I called my mom and I was like, I didn't make it. I was like, I think this is it. Maybe I just need to, focus on something else.
Right, yeah.
And she was like, "Mm, but Jennifer, what if you're cheering for like 91,000 people every Saturday?" And I was like, "You're right. If you what if me." I'm like, "I am not a quitter." I'm like, "You know what? We're going to try this again." I was like, "I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked."
Great inspiration from
I,
mom.
oh my gosh, if mom hits me with a what if, because then my creative imagination starts to go wild, and
Right.
I imagine the experiences and the opportunities, and
Becomes
I
like
was
a
like,
challenge, yeah.
exactly. And I'm a very goal oriented person, and I was like, okay, I'm basically going to live and breathe this for like a year,
Yeah,
trying to make this team. I was waking up at 4 a.m. to go run stadiums from 4 a.m. to 6:30. I would nap for like 30 minutes, and then I would wake up and get ready for like my 8 a.m. classes, do a full day of classes, and then I would meet with my personal trainer at like 5 p.m. and do another workout. And this was just it was the cycle. I met with my mom, and she basically like put me well, I didn't realize it's like a meal plan. She put me on a meal plan. Her sweet soul even drove down to Gainesville because it's only an hour and a half from Jacksonville, and we would literally cook my meal plans together and freeze them. Um, had a list, had a plan. I was, on my
Somehow
gallon of
I think that
water.
that meal plan probably didn't include chicken and dumplings, did it?
No chicken and dumplings, unfortunately. But when I would go home, she'd be like, "You're home. I can give you some comfort
N
food."
now you've earned it, yes.
Exactly. She was like, "Well, if you go work out." I was like,
Yeah, right, that's right.
Sold,
Gotta
sister,
earn
sold.
your keep.
I
Yeah.
am going, and I'm going to probably eat 2 servings of chicken and dumplings
Yes.
because I love it so much. But yeah, and so then I went back, and it was really just a tough moment because I was like, I mean, I walked in there with, I saw the Florida uniform across my chest. I was like, I'm wearing this uniform. I am making this team. I am doing it. And I made the team. And I cried
Yeah.
so many tears of joy
Oh,
because
yeah.
I had worked so hard. But a lot of people don't realize is that once you make a team, the hard work does not end. It is
That it
not
begins.
over.
You're right.
Um,
Yes.
which was crazy because even during the summers, we would do two-a-days and we would do them outside in the Florida heat, in the humidity, stunting, prepping for football season because that's also something that you have to get acclimated to when it's, 100 degrees plus humidity, hot, sweaty. Yeah, I mean, I would lose like 10 pounds of water weight just
Yeah.
cheering games.
Right. Right.
After a game, it would look like I was fresh out of the shower
It's
because I was
just
so sweaty.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, all in
A
all,
lot
it
of
was,
work. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of work. It was one of the most incredible experiences in my life cheering for 91,000 fans.
Mm.
The largest fan group I ever cheered for was 102,000 at
Wow.
Tennessee.
Wow.
Um,
How did the
and
move to
just
Vegas happen for you then to, tell
so
us about the Vegas connection for you?
absolutely. 4 days after graduating from UF, I was like, "I'm moving to Los Angeles." So it was May 4th, so may the 4th be with you. I will never forget that date because I have never been so, so excited in my life. Lived in LA for 4 years, and, it actually was a COVID dream. They had virtual auditions. I auditioned and then, kept making it throughout the process and then eventually made it. Um,
Wow.
and so it was moving during COVID was definitely a interesting experience.
Yes.
But,
So
me
being an
driving
NFL
a big old U-Haul,
were
and I
you
was like,
doing that?
"We're going." Oh, yes, I am a strong, independent, determined woman. I was like, "I got this."
I
Well,
got
someone was
this.
like, "It is $6,000." And I was like, "It's a 3-hour drive.
That's
I
it.
can do it.
I can
I
do
can
it.
do it." And I did it. Whew. My mom was like, "Yeah, girl, you did it.
Yeah.
Don't tell me there's anything I can't do because
'Cause you'll that means right, exactly.
that
You take it as a
lights my
challenge and
fire."
you'll find a way to do it. So what is it like being an NFL cheerleader in Las Vegas? I mean, that's exciting, huh?
Well, I have to say, Las Vegas is it's pretty incredible, honestly. Everyone always just thinks it's just the Strip, but the Strip's only 4 miles, and
It's
there's
one
an
part of it.
incredible community outside of the Strip. People live there. It's very suburban. Everyone is very nice, which honestly is something that warms my heart. As a Southern girl, I love it when people are nice. Even just your cashier at the grocery store, being like, "Oh, sweetie, you are so cute. Have a great day." I'm like, "You are so nice. You have a great day."
Exactly.
So it's definitely been a different experience. Never in a million years did I think I would live in Las Vegas, but here we are. Never say never.
Right.
Um, but
Yeah.
it's definitely been incredible.
Really incredible. And then, of course, the acting continuing as well. We dug up this shot. This is very cool.
Ah,
Oh my
thank you.
god. Tell us
Thank
about that
you.
shot.
Yeah, so that was actually on one of the American Horror Story shoots in Los Angeles. We were just, it actually was a test shot because a lot of the times too, they would, I would work on these test shoots with them, and you need hair and makeup tests. and we were testing hair and how it photographed and just leaves and kind of all this craziness in there. But it's actually incredible that the photographer of this photo, his name is Chase, his handle's at Shady Buffalo. Um,
Terrific.
his name is Chase Heverlow.
Nice credit
Inc-
for him. Yeah.
yes, he is absolutely incredible. I met him when I was 15 on my first shoot for American Horror Story, and he is actually his story is incredible about how he just was hired as one of their BTS,
Mm,
photographers on one of the first jobs, and now he is the DP of the entire social media unit for
director of
FX.
photography. Yeah.
And so
Wow.
yeah, he took that shot. He was like, "I'm testing lighting, hair, all the things," before
Awesome.
the key talent would step in, and so it's incredible. I love him. He's like a brother for me. He actually took one of my very first acting headshots, um, which was cool. We were again testing lighting, and he was like, "Stand right there." We were just on, a big sound stage, and the big elephant door was open, and it's still one of my favorite shots because I had like no makeup on. I was just like in a robe because I had my wardrobe on under, and he took it, and I'm still like, wow, I was like 15. So
Wow, that's really, really cool. It is a
yeah.
fantastic shot, what he did with it. I really, kudos to him for capturing,
Thank you. Yeah,
that
he
real
has an incredible
vibe.
creative eye,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I love, and part of he's helped me a lot, especially, like, in the beginning,
Mhm.
even with modeling because I feel like as an actress, you have to be good in multiple areas, and so,
Yes.
obviously, people are gonna take my photos for magazines and, when I'm on the cover of Vogue, which hadn't happened yet, but stay tuned. We'll probably interview again when that happens.
Yes.
But, I want my photos to look incredible, and so it was, it's very amazing being able to work with someone so close, and he knows how to direct me and teach me as well, and then we can, create something beautiful like that.
Awesome. And then Hulu. You are what everybody's
Yes.
describing with congratulations, a
Thank you so
Hulu
much.
breakout star, which is very exciting. How did this whole thing happen where you've had an opportunity to be a part of this? This is debuting in February on Hulu. And I think there's previews and all kinds of cool things people can access, but it's Pam and Tommy, and it is about really the situation with Pamela Anderson, Tommy Lee, based on the incredible true story of them. And take us through a little bit about, I mentioned it in the introduction, what the story is about. Take us a little bit deeper into it. And how did you have an opportunity to become one of the incredible actors in this phenomenal, what's coming and everybody's excited about film on Hulu? That's incredible. It's cool.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, honestly, it was a dream. Even shooting felt like a dream. I was like, "How is this real right now?" But it is real. Um, and really the journey for me started with a self-tape, and then it just went from there. I was cast,
Self-tape. Yeah. Everything is self-tape now. Yes.
yeah, which was crazy because it was probably one of the most fun self-tapes. It was like, it was a conversation, between me and Pam, and, it's actually one of the scenes in the show, and so we're talking about shots and, what should we do for the evening and that kind of stuff, and yeah, it started with the self-tape, and then literally I blinked and I knew it, and I was filming for, like, 2 weeks in LA, and just an incredible, incredible experience.
So yeah, tell us a little bit. What was it like on set? I mean, I know you can't give too much away because we want people to see it on Hulu. It's going to be streaming on Hulu. But what was a typical day like? What was it like being on the set with the crew and the other actors and actresses, and knowing that here you are, you're playing Pam Anderson's best friend?
Yes, there's,
So
like, a group of us, it's me and 2 other girls.
you're all so
So
here
her
you
her girl
are.
gang.
Yeah, and here you are, and they're obviously very well-known celebrities, and this is, telling of the story of this particular time between the two of them. What was all that like? Were you pinching yourself? Were you overwhelmed, or did you say, like you did with everything else, "I'm here. Let's go to it. Roll camera."
Yes. I literally was like, "I'm here. Let's roll camera. Let's do it." Because of all of my experience with, working with FX and being on, even multi-million dollar sets,
Yeah.
I thankfully was not overwhelmed.
Right. Right.
Because yeah, it was enormous, but also too, I think the benefit of it is our call times were really early, like 5 a.m. and then at 5 a.m. going into hair and makeup.
Mm,
Um, so you're a little sleepy in the mornings, but honestly, we walked onto set. I met the other girls. I have to say it was one of the warmest, friendliest sets I've ever been on.
mm.
Everyone was so nice, so caring, so personable. And even when we met Lily and Sebastian for the first time, they're like, "Hey guys, what's up?" Like,
Yeah.
"Hey," like I don't even know like if we like did names until later, but what was interesting is that even after the first scene we shot, everyone was like, "Wow, y'all seem like you are genuine friends."
Yes.
Um, and I think
Yeah.
that's because of what they brought to the set. It was very nice. Everyone had a job to do, but if everyone executes and just does their job and we do it in a like friendly, calm manner, like
Hmm.
it just worked and was like so nice, so refreshing. And then even the coolest part is me and the two other girls. And then there's also like, Tommy Lee's crew, we all became really, really close friends. And so one of my like favorite memories ever is we were shooting on the beach and we all we actually all had to get in the ocean and we all got wet. We actually got like taken out by a wave and I just remember like looking at the hair and makeup team and they were like, "Oh my god." Cuz that meant everyone had to have a complete reset. And like I have long blonde hair, like
Yeah.
takes
But
a
that
minute for it to
Florida ocean loving
dry.
background probably helped you, right?
Oh, absolutely. I was like, "I'm getting in the water."
That's
Wasn't
it.
really supposed to get in, but it was actually a rough day at the beach and we didn't see this wave come take us out. And so, to make a long story short, it was really cool because they were serving Thanksgiving dinner for dinner. But I just told everyone to come to my trailer. And soon enough, I had, I think, like 6 people. We were all in there talking. We were going over our lines. We are just chatting about life. Um, and I think that was like a really fun experience, even just for all of us. And even Lily was like, "Come hang out with me, like, when I'm getting my prosthetics off and stuff." And so, we had a really, really close-knit bond. We also spent, hours together, and I think I'm the type of person where I'm like, "I'm not gonna spend hours with you, and we are not gonna be friends. We are gonna be friends."
Right.
Um, and so, yeah, and I think that was, like, one of just the coolest experiences is even the AD was, like
Mm,
came knocking on my door frantically. He was like, "Where is," and then she's like, "Oh,
yeah.
everyone is in here." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah, girl." I was like, "Don't worry about it. We're just all in here changing, talking." I left everyone in my trailer to go get my hair and makeup done. And I came back and they were all still there. And I was like, "We don't need to hang out like by ourselves just in our little trailers." I think, that's something that can happen. But I'm also
Yeah.
like, who is next door to me? Hey. I was like, "What are you doing?"
She does sound effects too, folks.
"What are you doing?" I'm like, "Do you wanna hang out? Do you wanna come over?" Like, "I'm just waiting."
Yeah.
But I think that was, like, the really cool is everyone was down to, like, take the opportunity during our downtime to really, nurture these relationships and become
Yes.
friends, and so
Right.
I think that also, like, made the vibes and, like, the chemistry on camera, like, so much better.
Yes,
So
exactly. I would imagine too, newfound friendships, like you say, have been forged and connections, and it's really, really cool. You must be in the family, everybody must be super excited. Have they seen bits of it already, or is everybody not seen it yet until it debuts?
Yeah, no one has seen anything yet. I haven't seen anything
You
yet.
haven't seen it yet
Um,
either. Wow. That's
so,
great.
I will be watching it for the first time with all of you guys. Um, but yeah, no, my family is so excited. I think when I called my parents, my mom was like, "What?" She was like, "Wait, say that again?" And, just definitely very, very, excited, and it's definitely been a
That's
cool experience
cool.
because when I lived in LA, I lived with my sister for a couple years, and so she's
Yeah.
definitely got to see this process of all the self-tapes happening. I was self-taping a lot actually during, in the beginning of the pandemic, and
Everybody, we all, yeah, for
there
projects.
were, yeah, there were a lot where I was like, told my sister, I was like, "I'm gonna have to cry. I'm gonna look a little rough. I gotta get into character. I have to do
Don't
these
worry,
things,"
I'm
or
not
like,
really crying, I'm just self-taping.
right, or if it's like, "I'm going to be screaming. I'm
Yeah,
sorry." I'm like, "Can you
close the
hold the dog?"
windows.
Like, I'm like, "My neighbors might think I'm crazy, but that's okay.
Oh,
They
she's
know
just
it's safe."
rehearsing her lines again. That's just Jennifer next door
Yeah,
rehearsing her
like,
lines.
great. You just hear, like, beating down on the window. I'm like, "Oh, no one's really breaking it. It's just fake. It's
It's
fine."
just me. One of
But
our,
yeah,
I think it was Linda, who's in Florida, actually. She's in St. Augustine. She wanted to know which NFL team that you've had an opportunity to work with cheerleading and which team it was or
in Las
is.
Vegas.
So is it the Raiders?
Yes.
Wow, that's exciting, huh? And they had moved from Oakland to Vegas. That is really, really
Mhm.
cool. You're still doing that with the acting and everything? Is that you're doing and the ESPN? I mean, you're doing all of these things simultaneously, or have you been narrowing your focus now on things that you really want to super focus on? I mean, here you are, you're going to be on Hulu. That's going to bring a lot of attention, which is very cool. And congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Is that going to be a super focus too? The
Yes.
performing as far as the acting side of things?
Well, I think something too is being an actress, you definitely have a lot of downtime, even between
Yes.
jobs and,
Oh,
but
yeah.
even between self-tapes, and so I get bored really easily, so I'm like, "What else can I do?" So even in between that, I spend a lot of my time, modeling has taken off in Vegas, which has been so much fun. I really in all
Spokesmodel
facets.
work too, right? Yeah, probably for
Yes.
products and right.
So,
Companies.
I'm actually the spokesmodel for a fitness and nutrition company, which has been something that's incredible because now, like, you might see me on an Instagram ad,
Yeah.
that will lead to me talking about our programs, and then
Yeah.
you'll see me inside the programs. I've been filming follow along workouts, which are so much fun because I I love working out. I've been an athlete my entire life, and I love being able to help people. That's something I'm extremely passionate about, and so
Yeah.
if there's any way, even if it's just like the slightest, just moving 20 minutes a day, it's it's been an incredible, career path that, I never really, sought out, but I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I'm working with this company. It's called V-Shred, and, I, like, believe in their products, I believe in their workouts, and so I'm really, really stoked to be a part of their team, and even building that out. It's just another way for me to express my personality and connect with people. Nowadays,
Very cool.
connection is missing. It is lacking.
Yes, it
We
is.
are still very much in the pandemic, and I'm like, any way I can help, let me do it, please.
Which is really great. I mean, that's a beautiful way to look at it because oftentimes, there's a lot of people in these industries where it's just about them and that's it. Move out of the way. I'm here, everybody. And I've like you, I've always been somebody who likes to lift others up, inspire them along the way, empower them, and maybe whatever advice or sort of trickling of inspiration that I could offer while I'm doing what I love. Because I absolutely, I studied this in school right out of the gate, even in school, high school, college, radio, television, just been in all of this and have never turned back, never looked back with all the craziness and all the unpredictability and all the different
Right.
hours. I mean, here we are, it's like 4 o'clock Eastern on a Sunday and we're chatting, we're doing
Oh,
our
I love
work,
it.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But if you love it, it's not even work, right?
exactly, exactly. I did get a notification that my Mac is just about to die. So
That happens to every guest because we
I'm like,
chat.
what? I was like,
That's
what if I didn't plug it in?
uh people have done that. Yeah, they've gotten cords and they plugged it in. Maureen says, I love how you're using your passion to help others. And that she's in
Thank you. Yeah.
Arizona. And Gary says, welcome to the show,
Okay.
Jennifer. Good afternoon,
Thank you,
lovelies.
Gary.
Yeah, cool stuff, huh?
Yes. Oh gosh, yeah.
So what else would you like to do? You want to plug it in just in case, or
Yes. Let me
yeah,
go
go
get it
ahead.
real quick.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
absolutely. Yeah. We'll chat with the they love seeing the guests chair shots anyway. We've yeah, we've got
That
so
is
many
for
guests that have
sure.
had to do that, and got some nice comments coming in here as well. Maureen also adds in, these are our viewers who comment live. If you'd like to comment live when our shows are on, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course, we would love it if you subscribe anyway to our YouTube channel, which is the channel you're watching right now, Jim Masters TV. And make sure when you do that, you click that notification bell, gang. When you click that notification bell, you never miss any of our episodes, our amazing guests, and all the other cool things that happen. And give this episode a like on our YouTube channel, and also leave a comment on the YouTube channel as well. She is back. She's plugged it in.
We
She's
are back. We are
supercharged.
plugged in. We're charged.
So
Ready to keep it going.
now that this has happened with and this again is debuting in February on Hulu, now that this has happened, what do you see next? What are some things that are on that bucket list, things that Jennifer would like to sink her teeth into? More film, more television? Tell us about something more stage work, maybe.
Yeah, I definitely think right now it's more television. Um, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be back on set every single day. You know, it is literally going back to getting the bug when I was there on set, I was like, hmm I am in the right place. I love it here. I've never been so just happy. Like it literally felt like my heart was going to explode because I was so overjoyed. But it's definitely been interesting because with the spokesmodel job too, like I feel the exact same way. Like being on set, I know that even if I just help one person, that that fulfills me. So I am definitely a busy bee and I love to have like five different focuses right now. I even I was on the plane recently, and for some reason, when I'm on a plane, I get all of my creative ideas. I know it happens to some people in the shower. Well, it does happen in the shower, actually, to me. But
Now, in the
also,
showers where you do the singing.
oh, actually, yes, that was one thing too. Over during COVID, I actually had time to meet with my vocal coach via Zoom, and
Ah,
get the rusty old pipes a little tuned up.
very
So
cool. Very
that was
cool.
exciting.
So you enjoy singing?
I love singing. I
Yeah.
love it. But yeah, so what's next is, focusing on more auditions, more modeling gigs, and just honing in on my craft. I think the good thing is I feel I'm a big believer that there are little things that you can do every single day.
Yes.
And even because like I love my job, like I had a photo shoot yesterday. And it was a Saturday. And everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, a photo shoot,
All
But
part
I
of
love
it.
creating, I love collaborating, I love being able to push like the limits of my mind and especially learn from other people's, as they're directing me and what we can create and what, we can do to work together. So I think even working with collaborations is like definitely a way how I am able to, keep my creative brains going. But definitely auditioning, working as a spokesmodel.
Do you have a dream role? Juanita's watching in South Africa. She had asked if
Uh,
you have a dream role. Is there a role that if that was created or came about, that would be perfect for you?
if Legally Blonde had a sister, if I could be the younger Elle Woods or the sister of Elle Woods, I would love that, mainly because I think that, that movie resonated with me,
With you,
even
yeah.
it's so empowering too as a woman to show that just because you are beautiful and people are like they just go ahead and have assumptions that you don't have intelligence or brains, and, in that movie, she totally proved them wrong,
Mhm.
and, that movie, I would love a career like Reese Witherspoon's, and so I think that's also why, I have so many outlets. I would love to eventually, direct one day and learn all that kind of stuff. Of course, right now, staying in my lane of on camera to to get there first, but I'll definitely
Right.
expand and explore more.
That's really cool, and you're absolutely loving the ride. You're loving what you're doing, aren't you? This is really, probably
Yeah.
surpassing your expectations when you were in junior and high school, right?
The little girl, the little Jennifer right now is very, very proud. Especially it's tough, in this career, in this industry, you never know when your big break's gonna happen. You never know
Right.
how or who or why. And, I didn't know I needed to move to Vegas
Vegas
and
was
do
not
it
on
in
the
the
radar,
middle
right?
middle of a pandemic. Um,
Right.
and I'm so thankful it happened that I just have full faith that there is a role in a movie and a TV show out there for me next. And so I'm just gonna stay prepared for it and do everything I can to just be ready, stay in shape, focus on my health, um, and all that kind of good stuff.
The buzz has been pretty good as far as, your what you've done in this fantastic Pam and Tommy on Hulu. So that's gotta be exciting for you, huh, too, from what they're saying?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Like is as a performer, that's anything you can hope for. If it was bad, we would not be doing this interview right now.
Right.
But I'm just extremely thankful that I had a great experience and it showed through the camera. That's the biggest challenge is that, you gotta have that chemistry and it's gotta show through the lens. And so I'm really, really thrilled that that's what everyone's they're seeing that, and that's how it's going.
That's how it's going. Congratulations again. We wanna let everybody know that this is, coming up. This is in February, and if again you missed the debut, you'll be able to see it again. I'm sure it's Pam and Tommy, and it's happening on Hulu. And again, the story of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, and our friend here, Jennifer Stehlin. She, with that fabulous shot, she is starring in that Hulu movie, that film, as Pamela Anderson's best friend, which is really, really cool. I hope this show met whatever expectations you had and you enjoyed the time with me, Jennifer. This
Of
was really,
course, yes.
really
This is so
awesome.
much fun. I love chatting.
Oh, so do I too. Absolutely. What do you like to do when you're not doing all this other stuff we talked about? What are some of the things that you like to do to reboot, refresh, to get in touch with, once again, who Jennifer is? What are some of the things you like to do?
Well, I mean, it's kinda difficult because everything I do, like, I love my job, I love my career. On the weekends, I spend doing photo shoots and, honestly, my favorite part is getting back in touch with I never wanna lose that creative mindset and, pushing my creative boundaries. So it's exciting for me to work with new directors, new photographers, hear their ideas, work together. But even then, I guess more than that, I love my family. I love my sister lives in Los Angeles, so I come here,
Oh,
and
that's
so we
perfect.
have a
Yeah.
good time.
Got
During
family there.
COVID, I started a food blog because I am one of those people where food makes me happy.
Oh, this
I
is a foodie
love
crowd. Yeah. What
good
is
food.
your do you have now we talked about your mother's chicken and dumplings.
Yes.
What is a specialty for Jennifer? What does Jennifer like to create? Comfort
Well,
foods too,
I
or
have to say, I'm one of those people. I love making breakfast food. But one of my favorite activities is even like going into someone else's kitchen or like my sister's kitchen. And like for example, I I bought a charcuterie board and we didn't eat all of it. And then I was like,
Right.
oh, tomorrow we could make grits and then have like a
Mm.
3 cheese grits with all of our like honey goat cheese, add the brie, mozzarella. Like, just, I'm one of those in the kitchen. I'm like, open up the spice drawer. I'll be like, what do you have in here? Be like, we're just gonna try this and
Let's
that.
create, right?
Yes. And so just like add flavors and even too, like a little tip, add a little chicken broth to the eggs. It makes them light, it makes them fluffy, makes them taste so good.
That
So
is cool.
that is I definitely love playing in the kitchen, but I also love going out to eat as well. So then I definitely have to I have to work out.
Yeah, yeah, because
But
you're a
it's all worth
fitness
it.
instructor too, right?
Yes, I am.
We didn't touch upon that a little bit, but you like to really stay fit as best as you can. Not that you don't have the things that, you like to enjoy, but within
Yes,
reason, right? Moderation. Now,
absolutely.
I don't know if I should ask this question because it could be debatable. I mean, you're an East Coast girl originally, as
Mhm.
they say. I'm an East Coast guy originally, but I love everything. However, have you fallen in love with the West Coast beaches, or are you still an East Coast beach aficionado?
Yes. Um, I have to say it's a little difficult because one of my favorite things to do, how I get recentered, is I will literally go out to Malibu and sit on the beach and like hear the ocean. And I love looking out at the mountains because as a Florida girl, born and raised, there are no mountains
Quite
on the beach.
flat.
Not a
No
thing.
mountains. Yeah.
However, I spent New Year's Eve in Miami and I forgot how the warm water feels on your skin and, like, just being in Florida and the water, it feels like the ocean is giving me a hug,
Yes.
and so I don't really get in the water out here. I'll, like, put my feet in, maybe get a little knee deep, but it's also cold, so I'm like, "Oh, I don't
Which
wanna get cold."
surprises people too. They think of the
Yes.
West Coast, they think of the Pacific, and right, n I've been to Malibu, which is beautiful, the
Mhm.
pier there. I was there. I
Yes.
was on a TV
Oh,
shoot in that area, and then I just took the rental car and went through, Topanga Canyon, which
mhm.
takes you to
Oh, yeah.
Malibu.
Mhm. Yep.
Stunning, really cool through, you're going through the tunnels that are in the mountains and everything, and then all of a sudden there's Malibu right there and the
You're like, "What?"
pier. It was really great. But not a lot of people swimming because it's cold and the
Right.
surf can be, aggressive. Where in the East, everybody's diving in and everything, but quite beautiful, like you say, too, right? Malibu is quite a spot.
Absolutely. I know. I love Malibu, and then I also say I love Florida water. I do too. There's something about that turquoise color that just
Yes.
feels like home.
Yes,
So
exactly. Jane's watching in Sweden, loving it. Thanks. We appreciate that, Jane, as well. David says, Malibu, what? No La Jolla? Way better. I love La Jolla too, down towards, San Diego way. San Diego is
Mhm.
great too.
Oh, yes.
Balboa Beach, Laguna. We
Yes.
have family in that area and over towards Huntington Beach and Laguna. That's all beautiful there too. And La Jolla is beautiful. Do you
No,
get a
totally.
chance to go up and down the coast at all, or are you pretty much, you know, propped right
It's,
there in the LA area?
pretty much in the LA area, but definitely when I, need a little adventure, a little change of scenery, I'm definitely hopping in the car and going, and then probably flipping a coin, being like, "Which way do I wanna go?"
I tell you, my friend, this was really awesome. Getting a chance to a little bit, learn a little bit more about you, not just talk about the Hulu movie that's coming up, which again, we encourage everybody to, check it out if you'd like to. It's going to be on Hulu. It's Pam and Tommy. Congratulations to you and everybody that's a part of that. That's going to be really, really cool.
Thank you so much.
But just to learn a little bit more about you and all the different things that you've had an opportunity to do, actress and dancer and NFL cheerleader and ESPN correspondent and host and now Hulu star and just adding more and more. I thought my resume was long. I mean, as far as like titles, but it's what it is. It's the nature of the business. And again, if you love what you do and you inspire other people, that's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's It's one of those things. Even I worked as a red carpet reporter, and I can't wait till I'm on the red carpet. But it all comes back to I love people and I love hearing their stories. So thank you for giving me a chance to share mine.
My pleasure. I hope the show met truly whatever expectations you had, and you enjoyed.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic. And you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you, and spread the word about the Jim Master Show Live. I would love
Yes.
that. If you know of other folks you think like to pop on, maybe some of the folks you work with, it'd be kind of cool.
Totally. Absolutely.
And
Gotta send out an email blast.
send out an email blast. Get on Mount Everest with your bullhorn and the Jim Master Show Live. It was awesome. And we'll keep the porch light on for you. You're welcome back anytime. And
Thank you.
yeah, this was really, really cool. And let's definitely stay in touch, Jennifer. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. You be well and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay. Now you're going to
Thank you.
probably
You
wrap
too.
up with this and turn the TV on and watch the playoffs.
Yes, absolutely.
The playoffs are on, I know.
Anytime. Well, playoffs are always wild. You
Yeah,
just
yeah.
never know what's gonna happen.
You never know what's going to happen. Exactly. Yeah. And you've been
And I
there.
think
So
that Rams game's still going on.
they are. Yeah. They've been talking about it. So we'll wrap up. This was awesome. You be well, my friend. And thanks for gracing us with your presence here on the Jim Master Show Live. Truly appreciate it. And it was awesome.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for everyone watching. I hope you guys enjoyed.
All right. And congratulations again on the Hulu movie coming up in February.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. You take care and be well.
Bye.
Bye-bye now. Jennifer Stehlin here again. As I mentioned, Hulu is the place. This is really, really cool. Very exciting. This is again based on the lives of Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee. She is starring in that. She's playing the role of Pamela's best friend, which is very, very cool and really exciting to have an opportunity to chat with her here on the show. Really, really loved it. Look at this cool shot too. We didn't mention this particular one. Isn't that a cool shot? That is really, really nice. Maybe we get a chance if she's still there. Tell us what this is before you go. This is a cool shot.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was BTS from it was something I did.
Looks
But it
really,
was
really cool.
once again, I don't know why. Maybe I give off the vibe that I play a really good best friend.
Just gonna say,
Obviously, going
right.
for the lead role, but I'm definitely a girl's girl. So yeah, I love that photo. I was definitely the sassy one.
Yes, in
The
front of that
sassy
cool
one.
ring light. That cool ring light, right?
Yeah, it
Have
was.
ring light, will travel.
Yes, I mean I have a big old ring light right in front of me right now.
That's it. I
I
wanted
have
to I wanted to show that photo, but I forgot I wanted to have you say what it was and just the fun time you had there. So that was really, really cool. And
Yeah, it was great.
so,
It's always fun being a little sassy on camera. I'm normally kind-hearted, and you can always probably catch me smiling just because I'm happy to be alive. But that one, I was like, "Are you sure that's what you want to do?"
yes, that's
It was
right.
so much fun.
Our friend Maureen here, one of our lovelies, faithful lovelies, says you're definitely going places, Jennifer. Keep living your dream and reaching for the stars. And Gary,
Thank
one of
you
our
so
lovely viewers, your
much.
story is incredible. Jennifer, really, really enjoying it as well. And Juanita saying this was a lovely conversation. Thank you, Jennifer, for spending time with us. Good luck with your bright future ahead. Jane in Sweden, thanks for being here, Jennifer. Thanks, Jim, for an interesting show with this fresh air as a guest. You're a fresh air. I
Oh,
like
thank
that.
you. I love that. That's so nice.
This was a lot of fun again. This was the encore. See, Jennifer and I rehearsed that she would come back. They call this an encore.
Right
This
on
was the
day.
encore. No extra
Just
charge,
give
an
me a little more.
encore. All right. High five. This was
Yes,
awesome.
this is
You be
great.
well.
Thank you.
And again,
You
thanks for
too.
all the time. This was absolutely awesome. We chatted for an hour and 20 minutes. Would you believe that? Doesn't feel like it.
Woo! No, it just flew on by.
Flew by in a New York minute. All right. You take care and we'll chat again soon. Okay.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye now.
For real.
Yeah, this is for real. That's right. We thank Jennifer and we thank all of you. She was awesome, right? Jennifer Stehlin, Hulu star, actress, dancer, ESPN correspondent, host, NFL cheerleader. and so much more. A very special guest here on the Gym Masters Show live. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you missed the opportunity to chat in live chat, which you can do when you subscribe to our YouTube channel, feel free to leave a comment on our YouTube channel. We would love that as well. That is really cool. Give it a thumbs up, this episode and all the episodes you enjoy. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I know we say that often, but it's really important because it helps us grow and expand and be able to pump out all these great episodes as often as we do, which is just about daily here on the show. We've had 3 live episodes this weekend, 2 yesterday, 1 today, and we're at somewhere like episode 620 or something of our series, which is extraordinary. And you guys are amazing. Thanks for being with us. We love when you're here. We love all the interactivity and all the comments on our YouTube channel and just all the love and support for the entertainment lifestyle talk show series that we call the Gym Master Show Live, where we are bringing back the lost art of conversation, old school style with a modern flair and a modern vibe. Lovely guest. Thanks, Jim. Good night, everyone. You as well. Thanks for being with us, Juanita, there in South Africa. Kathleen in New York City. Great show. Thanks, Jim. You as well. A pleasure to have you here. Want to let you know we've got a fantastic guest joining me tomorrow. Actually, he's a great friend. I know him well. Mel England will be with us live from Los Angeles as well. Stage, film, and TV actor. That'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's again tomorrow. This is really for those of you who are watching live, of course. If you're watching this, 2 months from now, then just scroll in our archives and look for the replay of the episode with Mel England. He's with us live tomorrow, and he's got some really exciting news to share with us about some new projects on television and stage and film that he's working on. He's with us 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. If you didn't see the episode with Tony-nominated actor Lee Wilkoff, boy, was it extraordinary. Kiss Me, Kate, Assassins, and so much more. He's done it all. Stage, film, TV, extraordinary. Some of your favorite TV shows he's been on. Check that episode out. That is on our YouTube channel, archived for you at Gym Masters TV. Did you see the episode with Lloyd Schwartz, television producer extraordinaire? His dad created The Brady Bunch and Gilligan's Island, and Lloyd was a part of those shows as well as Happy Days and Baywatch and The A-Team and Laverne and Shirley and so many others. He was on this broadcast recently. And last night, if you didn't see it, we had Grammy and Emmy nominated jazz guitarist, composer, producer, and teacher extraordinaire. The incredible David Becker was with us, and David played live several songs. Just some of the folks recently. John T. LaBarbera was with us. He's extraordinary, award-winning guitar virtuoso and dear friend of mine. He actually instructed Jennifer Beals, and he also a private instructor for Paul Simon's kids and Philip Glass's kids as well. But he's a brilliant musician, and he was on recently as well. And again, hundreds more episodes of our series. As we say, help us grow. Share the lovely. Tell everybody about our show. It is Gym Masters TV. That's the channel, and the show is the Gym Masters Show Live. Yes, I look like I'm in the bright sun. The light is going haywire here. It's like, okay, calm down. It's okay. The light is like, okay, boom. Relax. It's okay. Sometimes you have to talk to the equipment. I know Jennifer knows that as well. Sometimes you just have to talk to the equipment because the equipment, whether it's radio, television, stage, film, internet, the equipment sometimes has a mind of its own. It looks like it's nice and calm. Okay, good. Nobody move. Don't open any windows. Leave the lighting as it is. All right, gang. As you guys know, we like to have a lot of fun here on our show as well. And don't forget to smile. Don't forget to share the lovity. Hey, we talked about our Zen places. There is mine, the ocean. That is the Atlantic Ocean. That is the South Shore of Long Island, New York. That is the mighty Atlantic. Love the ocean as well, just like our guest Jennifer. And my work in television, radio, stage, and film over the years as well. Yes, you're saying, what is this? Your hair is much shorter in these photos, Jim. Yes, we let it grow during the pandemic. and we haven't cut it yet. It's kind of cool. All right. Linda in Florida says, I share every episode. Thank you, Linda. We really appreciate that. Yeah, share the links to our episodes on YouTube on your social media. Tell folks to check out our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. We thank you for doing that, Linda. You're fantastic. Sherry Larson does that as well. Thank you, Jim, for a fantabulous Sunday afternoon. See you all later. Thank you very much, Sherry. You guys as well. Absolutely fantastic. And Sherry is watching in Kansas, USA, and Maureen in Arizona. What a fantastic conversation. Thanks for always bringing your A game, Jim. Thank you very much, Maureen in Arizona. The A game, Arizona, right? Thank you for those kind words. We really appreciate that as well. I know you guys love and watch all the time. Kathleen Walker in New York City as well. Thank you very much to Kathleen. Hope you're doing well. And all of our JMS Lovity audience here, whether you're watching live and commenting or you're just watching this later on, thank you for being with us. LOL, you're funny, Jim. Yes, my New York Irish humor does slip out every once in a while. And in this business, it has to slip out often just to get through some of the craziness of it all. When the equipment likes to do what it wants to do. Juanita in South Africa says, after this hot weekend, I feel like a vampire that needs to hiss at the sun. I know we're in winter and you are in summer there in South Africa. Maureen says, have a wonderful rest of your day and night, Jim and Lovities. Yes. Talking about food, we're going to have some baked macaroni and cheese. We've got some fresh salads made, baked macaroni and cheese, some chicken, and some wine. Yes, it's been a very busy weekend with the Jim Masters Show Live, all double Lovity yesterday, 2 episodes, and then our episode today. We're back at it tomorrow. I got a really busy day. I'm on the radio hosting 3 episodes of our news talk broadcast tomorrow. And then we're working on a television shoot this week. And then I've got multiple shows to host in my career on television, radio in the daytime. That's what I do. I work on television, radio. That's what pays the bills. And then we have fun with this show, the Jim Masters Show Live, which we're growing. And you can help us grow by telling everybody about it. Don't keep it a secret. Tell everybody about our show. We would love that. And to those of you who have been doing that, thank you very much. Linda, happiest place on earth is so true. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You guys are fantastic. I love it. This is really nice. Disneyland is definitely a Zen place for me. I'm exhausted, but it's a good exhausted. Well, so this is a counter to that craziness of running around at Disneyland, which is great. Disney, I believe, is part of the Hulu thing too. So that's kind of cool that you mentioned Disney. And we're talking about the Hulu film that our guest Jennifer is starring in, which is Pam and Tommy. So, all right, gang. Good stuff. Now, if you watch this episode after it, has aired live, thank you very much. We appreciate those of you who watch our series in the archives too. It means a great deal to us. And if you haven't subscribed, we would love that. That really helps us big time. Sounds delicious, Jim. You're making me hungry talking about the macaroni and cheese and salad. Good way to spend a Sunday afternoon is right here. Gary, thank you very much. We appreciate you being here with us on the Jim Masters Show Live. Entertainment, lifestyle, variety, talk show. Good stuff. You guys are fantastic. One more time, we shall say a very cool thank you to our very special guest, Hulu star, actress, dancer, NFL cheerleader, ESPN correspondent, and more, Jennifer Stehlin. Exclusively here on the Jim Masters Show Live. We loved it. And we love all of you. Thanks for being with us. We're going to go eat. Hopefully you're going to have a bite of something as well and spread the word about our show. And we'll see you on the next one, okay? This is your host, Jim Masters, thanking you and you and you and you for your time this time till next time. Be well. Take care. Best of everything to you guys. We'll be back and I will be waiting for you. I'll be right here in this host chair on this set on this YouTube channel with this show waiting for you. And I hope you're here too. Catch you on the next one on the Jim Masters Show Live. Take care. Be well. And as we always say, cheers.